Welcome to At Your Library. I'm your host, Cathleen Clifford. The library has been closed to the public since the middle of March. So joining us today is our director, Jennifer Miele, to tell you all what we've been doing here at the library. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Kathleen.
I feel like you haven't been on here before, so we're really have a treat to have you give us the update. We're still working. The staff is here.
Yes.
We're closed to the public. People want to know, what have we been doing?
What have we been doing? Oh, we've been doing a lot of things. One important thing to mention is we're still open for business on phones and our email.
Okay.
So people can call in and ask us any question under the sun. We're also doing some virtual programming now, and that's children's and adults and teen programming.
Okay, all of it.
And also we are touching every item in this collection. We're doing some collection maintenance. And what that means is we're inventorying, checking our stacks, making sure that our items are on the shelf, they're clean. We are just relocating items. It's really been an interesting situation.
So we have been working really hard, and everybody is taking the necessary precautions. We have our masks on.
We do.
And gloves are available. So, you know, everybody that's working here is safe.
That's
so
correct.
that's good to know. So we want the public to call us. We want us to send emails. What kind of things are available? So we can't come and pick up books, but how can we get things?
Well, one thing that we're also focusing on is our digital resources. And that's accessible from home, obviously, and you can use that on different platforms, your phones, your smartphones, your laptops. And what are those resources?
Right.
Those resources, we have Overdrive, which is also known as Libby. That's an ebook program. And we also have Tumble Books, which is a children's ebook program.
Which is really cool.
It is really cool, and I really hope people utilize that service. And then we have RB Digital, which is another ebook platform. However, that's a state platform. And of course, the difference between all of those is Overdrive is only accessible to Groton residents. So you need to have a library card from Groton to use that service. The RB Digital one, however, is a state catalog, and anybody in the state of Connecticut can go on and access those books.
Do you have to have a library card to go to the state?
You have to have a library card.
Okay.
Although at this point, I believe they're allowing people to not use the barcode because some people don't have a library card. So during this time, they're allowing that you can go on and download their materials without a card. But normally, you have to have a card.
So when we do our Overdrive here, I know that you have to have your Groton library card. What if you don't have a card? You live in Groton, but you don't have a card, and you're like, you know, I need it now. Can we still get a card?
Absolutely, great question. And that's one thing I'm really hoping that people will call us because we can obtain that for you. If you don't have a card, you live in Groton, just got to give us a call or email us.
Go right on our website. There's a click right on the website, right?
Exactly.
Nice.
So we can get you access to those services.
So if you don't have a card, just contact us and we'll make sure you get one.
That's right.
Overdrive, audiobooks, all ages?
All ages, but what I can tell you is we're adding to the collection on a continual basis. And we're also taking feedback. So if there's something that you really want, please get a hold of us and tell us what you want, and we will be happy to try to provide that for you.
That's wonderful, because with the Overdrive, I know that there's a consortium that we share with, but we also have the ability to service our Groton residents directly.
That's right.
Great. Excellent. So virtual programming, what kind of virtual programs are there? Are they all ages?
We have started getting into the virtual programming. Children's Services has been doing some great programs that they've modified from the physical in-person programs like Sing and Stomp. We've posted those online for people to view. And we've also began some book discussion groups. The one that we've had normally, we've had a Zoom account where we're having people participate in a book discussion virtually.
Oh, great. So you can sit at home, you want to talk about this book you just finished, and now you can come and do that.
Yes, you can.
Excellent.
And one thing I also like to highlight is we just recently finished a resume series workshop. and it's, I believe, 6 parts, and it's really wonderful. It's our workforce development librarian, Joseph Franco, goes through each step, and it's just a valuable resource, especially in light of what's happening today.
And where would we find that?
So you can, I think your best option would go to the Groton Municipal Television YouTube channel.
Yes.
You can also check it out on our Facebook page. We've been posting that.
Okay.
And we've been highlighting it on different places where people have been sharing it.
And if we go to our website, it'll tell us what's coming up?
It will. In fact, I would encourage people to still use our digital calendar, which is right on our website. And we've listed out all the virtual programs there. So you can get a sense of what's coming up in the near future.
So can the reference librarians help me find a book from home? If I'm trying, these online services, can they guide me through it?
Of course they can.
Okay.
In fact, one of our biggest questions we've received is people wanting to do those ebooks and whatnot, but also, the physical location of different items in the library. But we can certainly walk you through it. And
great.
We do encourage, if you don't have a Amazon Kindle or something, there's other ways to read those items. So we want to walk you through it and help you.
Great, that's excellent. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about those items that are checked out. What if you're waiting for a hold? Just kind of give everybody a sense of what's coming. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to At Your Library. We've been talking today with Jen Miele, our director here at the library, about what's been going on while we've been closed to the public. So now let's talk about what happens with all the items that we checked out before we closed. Are people going to have to pay fines on those?
No, in fact, early on, we closed our book drop, and obviously we shuttered our doors. But we've encouraged people to keep all of their items because we've been renewing all of the items that have been checked out over periods of time. So we did, the first wave was, the due dates were in April, but now we've extended those to June 1st.
Okay.
So don't worry about your overdues. There will not be any overdues, and fines during that period will be waived if they did accrue any during that time.
Right. Good. So just please hold on to your items until we're safely opened again. What if we have books on hold? I know people can't come and pick up their books right now. Are they going to stay on hold for them?
Yes, in fact, we've suspended holds at this time. And what that means is basically we're going to hold them to the side, where they're not going to go back to any original location. They're just going to be sitting, waiting until we determine what's the best time to start, considering opening up. And in my mind's eye, that'll probably be the first attempt to get those books to those people first, because they're already set aside and ready to go.
Because we put our holds on so far ahead, we want to make sure we're still on that list. So we'll contact people when the time is right and let everybody know. So your holds are safe. What about returning items? You said we should just hold on to them.
So we want to hold on to them, and while we're looking right now at possibilities of how to go about with our book drop, to have those items returned, we're looking at a very slow rollout of bringing items back. Once we determined a go-to date, we will inform everybody via the mechanisms of newsletter and GMTV and whatnot, so they understand when they can start bringing their items back.
So the library isn't just going to one day open its doors and everything be back to normal. We know that this way of life is our new normal, and we're going to have to take precautions to keep everybody safe and healthy. So when we open, which we don't know when, but when we open, do you foresee things being different?
I absolutely do. I mean, I can tell you, when everybody from the state to the federal government, everything is going to be on a phased approach, and we are definitely going to be taking that, because we are the social community hub of Groton. And so what does that mean? Well, the first phase is figuring out how to get the books back and having those holds, like you mentioned, checked out. We know people want to come in and use computers and use a lot of our services, but of course we're really going to consider those safety protocols with social distancing. So there will be, I can tell you right now, there will be limited computer access, limits on passport services. So even with delivery and interlibrary loan, we're going to have to really think about some of those details, because social distancing and keeping people safe is still our top priority.
Exactly. And we just have to do things step by step as the governor allows, and as we slowly, transition again. Are we working with other libraries in the state? Are you communicating to see what other libraries are doing?
Absolutely. In fact, our sister libraries, that the Bill Memorial Library in the city of Groton, Mystic and Noank Library, and Waterford Public Library, they are part of our consortia group that shares our catalog. And we are working with them very closely on just considering what libraries can offer, how to deal with the delivery service, because we share our books first and foremost together.
And they go back and forth.
They do. So we've been aligning our priorities together. And then statewide, we've already had communications many times with the state library, which runs our Deliver-It system. Of the delivery of all the books and materials across the state. They are also in their pre-planning stages. No definitive dates as of yet. Okay,
so we're just preparing ahead.
We are.
Not promising anything, just preparing ahead.
That's right.
How do we find out about these updates? So we don't know when, but we want to keep posted. Where's the best place to look?
So I'd say there's a couple of options. Our website at www.grotonpl.org. We post things right in the big yellow box. Can't miss it. We're also utilizing our Facebook social media page very much. So if you haven't friended it, I highly suggest you do if you want updates. Also, we have subscription to our digital newsletter. If you do that on our website.
On our website, you can sign up for that?
And that'll come directly into your email every month. And we're still doing it, even though we don't have mass amounts of programs. You can certainly do that. And then last but not least, of course, you want to go subscribe to our GMTV YouTube page. So I highly suggest subscribing to that. And make sure it's Groton Municipal Television that you're looking for on YouTube.
You just look for At Your Library.
And At Your Library.
Absolutely. So for more information, the library is accepting phone calls Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You can give us a call. Please visit our website, visit our Facebook page and our GMTV channel, and we'll keep you updated as fast as we have the information. But know that we're here for you, and if you need to call us for anything, we can assist you with. This has been At Your Library. Thanks for checking in.